Whenever
I'm
you'd like,
good.
sir. My
Well,
lord.
all right, my lord. Wow, I kind of like it when you call me that. Oh,
Me lord, my lord.
all
Oh,
right.
we're live. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Oh no, we are live. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome back
What's
to the third act cast. This is episode 3, right? Yeah,
3.
3. Today we are going to be talking about Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We all finally got on board here. We're all like together to finally talk about it together, all caught up. The finale just came out like tonight. It's a little late, but well, it's not late for Mitchell. It's
No, it's midday right now.
And normally we just cover one episode, so it's 2
Yeah.
episodes we're covering today.
Yeah, we got the last
totally
week's
forgot about that,
episode, which was a banger, and then we got the finale to talk about. We also have the state of play announcements from a few days ago that we'll go over.
Mhm.
We're going to talk a little bit about Spider Noir, and then
Cool.
yeah, and then we'll just at the end we'll just talk about some other stuff. Trevor's got a question for us similar to last episode, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what you've got planned, but yeah. I'm a little under the weather today. I won't lie. I'm a little low energy, but I'll try my
No,
best.
really?
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I'll try my
It dies
best.
halfway through the episode.
Okay, so let's start with Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Wait, do you want to start
we have
with
to
a
go to episode
rating, or should we
5.
talk about these episodes and then give us a rating?
Yeah, why don't we'll start with last week's episode.
Okay.
Talk about that. We'll do the finale, and then we'll just give overall thoughts. So, I mean, what is there really? I think we all can agree.
The
last
It was amazing.
It was like one of the best episodes of TV I think I've seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitchell described it
ratings for it
best,
were the
where
best
it's
as well.
like it's a show that like made you scream at the TV, which is very rare these days.
Yeah.
Movies or TV
Yeah.
shows, right?
Yeah. So yeah, just a little bit of a summary. Obviously, we won't go too deep into it. There's not really even that much to talk about. It was like so concise, but it's the trial of the seven, and
Mhm.
we have Dunk and his gang of people that he's collected going up against.
Misfits.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Going up against a bunch of Targaryens and well, not a bunch. It's like 2 Targaryens, right?
Then Kingsguard.
and then the Kingsguard people and a bunch of like highly decorated and
pretty much
trained
Team
knights.
Royals.
Yeah, basically, yeah. These are like tough people for them.
Mhm.
And so you have the whole. I really like the structure of it because you had the whole night of the whole trial of the seven or whatever they call it going on, but then because it makes sense to not have that be the whole episode. You know,
Yeah.
it was kind of cut between that and then you get to see more of Dunk's past when he was a kid, I guess, basically, and he's in his like flea bottom, right, is what they call it.
Yeah, he's an orphan. He's just like
Mhm.
homeless, pretty much, trying
Yeah.
to survive at that point.
Yeah, and you get to kind of see how he meets Sir Arlen and goes with
So
him.
big dick, yeah.
Yeah, you fucking 10-inch dick. And yeah, honestly, like episode all together just works so well for me. Like you guys, I think we can all admit that it was like one of the best things Game
Do
of
you think it
Thrones
was
has done.
surprising? Do you think it was surprising that it actually worked as well? Because usually, like, just in like for me,
Mhm.
when you do cutscenes, sometimes it actually can take away
Yeah,
from what's
Mhm.
happening, and this actually somehow managed not to do that, which I was very surprised about.
well,
Yeah, it's the way they did it.
Yeah.
yeah. I won't lie. Like when they first cut away. Oh,
My light fell.
Trevor's
Go on,
light.
boys. Shit.
I'll give it. Yeah, figure that out. When they first cut away, like during like you getting away from the battle,
Feeling?
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought so too.
I was like, are we really gonna do this? But then it ended up actually working really well, obviously, because his story and watching that was really interesting with that girl that he was. I guess they liked each other or whatever, and they were growing up together.
Yeah, it gave it heart.
Yeah, and all that stuff was really well done. And then it would cut back
And they
at like
pulled
the
it in.
perfect time. Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah. But let's talk about like just the actual fight for a second here, like the actual battle and the way they shot it. You know, I think it's some of the best combat like like they ever really put into Game of Thrones
brutal.
or anything.
Yeah,
really.
that's
Like,
what made it so real and cool. It was just
brutal.
brutal and messy.
Mhm.
And we've seen a lot of Game of Thrones where, like, yes, there was brutal stuff, but sometimes the fights are very like just fancy and clean.
yeah,
But this was just like,
Trick. Yeah.
yeah, there was so much going on, and the point of views we kept seeing from inside his helmet and everything was just, I was terrified,
hmm
and for good
Yeah.
reason, because he got fucked up.
yeah.
Which I don't know, were you guys expecting that? I wasn't expecting
No.
him to go out like crazy and just like destroy everyone, but I wasn't expecting him to get
Yeah.
stabbed and smashed several times.
Well, like I knew he isn't gonna die in that battle.
Yeah.
But yeah, he took like 18 fucking stabs and like
Blotches, yeah.
right at the beginning, the first like joust,
Oh my
he gets
God.
stabbed right in the fucking stomach, and like right away
Yeah.
he's messed up. And that shot too, I keep thinking about it, and I know you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Where right when they first go, and it's like a behind the back shot,
You see him on the horse.
and then it
Yeah.
zooms into the back of his head, and then it comes into his helmet, and you're looking through his
just a little
visor.
visor.
Oh, dude, so good. Like, really good stuff. And I was thinking, like, I don't know how long it's been since you guys have watched, like, Battle of the Bastards, but I think it's, like, on par with that, like, in terms of, like, the
Yeah.
fight, the choreography, and the combat, and, like, how heavy it feels, and medieval it
I
feels.
That was
agree.
perfect. The heavy part.
Yeah.
The heavy thing was the fighting is slow paced, right?
Yeah.
But everything is so like the word heavy works so well with trying to explain this fight when it came to like the slashing and the stabbing and the stuff like that. Because you do have sometimes 10, 15 seconds before the next actual strike comes, right?
Yeah.
It's not like the other kind where it's like kind of like almost like Star Warsy. Do you know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
it's like
it's,
going
like,
fast as
polished.
shit.
Yeah.
I like this more.
It felt
I
messy.
feel like this one was more realistic though.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that one was just as brutal, but Jon Snow, like, yeah, he was one of the
Mhm.
main characters, but like we had arrows hitting everywhere except for him.
Yeah.
Horses running by, he's still good, and we're like, holy shit, this guy's lucky. Duncan did not have that. he took everything,
Yeah,
right?
that was more of like a full scale like Hollywood battle, where this is like a
Yeah.
one-on-one almost, because they didn't really show anyone
Yeah.
else's perspective or what was going on. You would see like things happening
No.
kind of, but it was very
Yeah.
more focused on just Dunk versus I'm forgetting his name, but like
You
the
just saw
Targaryen
like
prince.
shots in the background that you could
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay, there's Raymond, there's so and so, which Raymond did a lot. If you like watched it back again,
Yeah,
he actually kicked ass.
but
But yeah,
it
they
kind of
really focused on Duncan.
yeah, and I was thinking like the fact that they weren't showing what was going on with the other characters, it kind of added a level of anxiety too, and like isolation, because you're like, I don't even know at the end of this like who's gonna be alive, like who's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But yeah,
That was Duncan's worry too. He was literally like, "Who survived? I have no idea what happened.
well, he doesn't.
I
Yeah,
just know that I won at the end, but who's still alive?"
yeah, yeah. So the whole battle is like really well done, obviously, but I also love just the way they decided to do it, how messy it is, like how like like he gets fucked up like bad, and he's able to continue moving, and he for a second there, like you think he's done, like he's
Yeah.
he fell over, he's messed up. And do you guys remember his name? The Targaryen prince? I keep forgetting. They have so many different names.
Arion?
Which one?
Arion? Like the main guy that he's like fighting against.
Yeah.
Who,
Oh,
like,
okay,
who
okay.
like started all this. He like called the trial and everything.
Yeah.
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 Arion.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't know if we're pronouncing it the best.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he basically sees Dunk is like done, or thinks he's dead, right? And he goes to call it off, and then that scene of Egg like screaming, he's like, get up, sir, get up, sir. He's like, just so I was literally like if feeling something, man. Like
it was underdog moment.
Yeah.
It was all willpower. It was
Yeah.
him just like fighting for something that like he truly believed in. It wasn't just like fake bullshit. And then him getting up, like you set the video where a lot of people were putting the Rocky music in the background of him getting up, all beat up. It was pure Rocky like vibes. So
yeah.
that whole moment was crazy.
Well, they were about to blow the whistle and call it off, and then and then Egg sees Dunk move a little bit, and he like screams, he's like, "Wait!" Just so emotional. Like it was
Little
so well
Egg.
done. Like you can tell. Like I mean, those two guys, like those, their acting
actors,
is
yeah.
so good. Like their chemistry and everything is like top tier.
A lot of the chemistry in the show is like great.
Yeah.
Like just Duncan and Raymond's chemistry, a guy he just met.
Yeah.
They're like now best buds.
Yeah.
But you guys really like the flashback?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we'll talk about that as well, but
yeah, okay, go where you were gonna go.
Yeah, I just wanted to do one and then we'll So Dunk gets up, obviously. He's not done. He's like clearly fucked up though. Like his helmet's off and he's like barely moving, barely alive, just
Eyes
barely
closed.
One
holding
arm
in.
doesn't work.
Yeah, one eye is like completely shut and he's fucked up. And then they have and then you can tell Arion or whatever, he like is kind of like fuck, like he doesn't really want to continue. And he got cut like right in the fucking crotch or like I don't know, like
I didn't know what
near his leg.
hit.
It's like right in his thigh. He still has his penis, guys.
Yeah, but it
Don't
was like
worry.
in like the fold of his thigh. Like that's such a shit place to get cut, man. Like imagine trying to stand up after that. It's like fuck. But you can tell he's like, oh fuck, like I have to continue fighting. Maybe I look at it like it was it a moment of like maybe I don't want to kill this guy, like it's like a respect thing, like or was like
nah,
I have
he
to
doesn't
fight
have
him.
respect.
You
Coward,
think so?
I think.
He was like, fuck,
It's
I have
coward.
to keep
He's
fighting.
like, fuck, there's a chance I am actually gonna lose this in front of everyone.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why that was the whole buildup of the trial of 7. Yes, it's a real thing, but he did it to kind of get out of the situation. I think he thought from the very start, there's no way this hedge knight is going to get 6 other people to fight for him in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Right. So he's like, I'm going to win that way. He can't get any people to fight for him, but he happened to get it. And yes, he was kicking his ass, but then it's like any fight, you throw everything at someone and they just keep getting up and coming towards you. That's
like
terrifying.
stressful.
You lose all your confidence.
Yeah. And he thought he won there for a second too. Yeah, that's true.
Which he was. He's been training his whole life. He's a prince. He's been with the best of the best. And he has the confidence. No one's ever been like, you're a loser. Yeah. Duncan's been called stupid and just pathetic his whole life. So that against a prince, like the motivation is all he had of being a true knight, but the confidence wasn't there. The skill wasn't there. It was just willpower.
Yeah. So yeah, they ended up going back at it again. And Dunk obviously is like, he's got all of his fucking strength is coming out at once. Everything he's got left, he's just like, it's like literally just to survive. Like he has to do it, right? So he ends up getting the best of him, beating him down. He's got the shield and he's like bashing him with it and breaking his fucking mask and completely fucking him up. And then that's the moment where I feel like he was finally like, okay, I yield, man. Like I don't want the smoke. I'm good. Like, yeah, you got me. You win. Because he was gonna kill him unless he yielded, right? Like he had to
for sure
finish it. So he was like, okay. I fucked up. I was wrong. And then
even just the punches, it's with the armor. It's not just a normal fist, bro. He's gonna die.
He's like, yeah. So he picks him up, and I love how he drags him over to the king or whatever. The council, the people.
Pure strength.
Just drags him over, puts him up, and says, "Tell them, say it." And obviously, he's like, "I yield. Like I'm done." He wins. Just like brute strength. Just a great moment emotionally and everything. Like, dude. I was sitting there like I can't remember the last time I've been like so moved by really anything I've watched. No. You know what I mean? Like I was like really feeling it. I was like crying and shit. It's just good stuff.
It was.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll touch on some of the flashback stuff now because I think that stuff was equally as important. A lot of that build up and everything that went down. So it's flashing back and forth between him and Flea Bottom when he's a child, and you get to see a little bit of his backstory in his life and how everything went when he was younger. And he's with this girl that's kind of like not like a shitty person, but like she's doing what she can to get by, and she's kind of like arrogant. She thinks she's a lot smarter than she is. She thinks she can kind of get away
because
with
of her
everything.
Surroundings.
Yeah. Like she thinks that she can kind of just do anything and nothing's gonna happen to her, and she's just they're trying their best. Yeah. So in this place, like what they do is they kind of like they loot like dead bodies and stuff, or like they take what they can, and they're trying to save up enough money to get out.
It's from like the Blackfire Rebellion.
Yeah.
So like a war just ended, and they're literally just taking armor and stuff off dead people.
Yeah.
Well, clearly that one dude was alive still. Which, by the way, that was amazing acting. I was so grossed out with him, like his eyes rolling back, like half dead, barely breathing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Dunk was like basically like, okay, I'm gonna like mercy kill this guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, no,
No, you could sell him or hold him capped. I don't know.
They were gonna
Which
take
I'm
him
surprised
back.
they're gonna show him do that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think he was gonna be able to just because of his personality.
I think that was like trying to show like he's such a caring guy that he just wants this guy not to suffer anymore.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, but that's like the easy way out, right?
Yeah, that's how I looked at it as well. But yeah, so they've keep running into like this other older guy that's kind of like a fucking scumbag, and he wants to steal their shit, and he's kind of fucking with them a lot. Like there's a moment before where he like meets them and they get away, but he ends up she takes his knife.
She took his alcohol.
Knife.
Oh, that's right.
His little like sheath thing for his knife or whatever, his pouch or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it his flask or whatever?
I think it was just a flask at first.
Yeah.
The first one was flask,
Yeah. So that started it. She already poked the bear. This guy's a lunatic too. He's a criminal. He doesn't have a hand because they cut it off him because he was a thief back in his day.
Yeah.
So he's been living the same lifestyle. He's just older.
Yeah. Well, it's like the whole area they're in, that place is just like full, like there's no law there. Everyone's just fucked up and doing what they can, and it's a dangerous place. So then you see their relationship and that they live like under basically like a like a sewer area. Yeah, like near the street. Yeah, they're just like kind of hiding there, and that's where they sleep. And they say that they love each other and they want to get out and they're going to go together. And they finally saved up enough silver or whatever they were doing to get a ticket to leave. And then they go try to give it and get their tickets, and they say, no, it's doubled. Like, you think you're the only ones who want to get out of here.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, oh, shit, what do we do now? Like, they're fucked. And then they run back into the guy that was messing with them. And this time he's like, he's trying to kill them. Like, he's not fucking happy.
Well, that's after she steals the dagger.
Yeah, but
he notices, and that's when he snaps.
Like, he's pissed at that, but I think he was going to let it go. And then because she's in such a shitty mood that their plan failed, she's just like, fuck it. She steals his dagger. And that's when he's like, all right, you did enough. I'm going to kill you pretty much.
Yeah. And then that's the moment where they get into the fight. She gets her neck slit, which was like, I was like, whoa, like they're really doing that. Yeah. We're going there, like that little girl.
They did kind of tease it because she was the one that said, like, people don't forget shit. You wrong someone, they're going to come back and get you. And she just did it twice to this maniac. So yeah, I was expecting it. I don't know if you guys were.
Yeah, I mean, you never know with Game of Thrones. Really, anything can happen, right? So it's like,
I thought she's not here in the show right now, so I'm like, she's gonna have to be the one that goes.
Yeah,
they stabbed baby bastards in Game of Thrones. I had no issue with them slitting her throat. I knew it was gonna go down.
Yeah. So yeah, as that's happening, like a drunk Sir Arlen is in the pub or whatever, like outside of where they're fighting, and he comes out
blasted.
Yeah, he comes out completely drunk, and then like this is a great moment. You get to see kind of like what his character was and what he was like. And even though he was drunk, like he just does the honorable thing as a knight. He's like, I got to protect these innocents. I got to do what's right.
Yeah, leave that innocent boy alone.
And he fucked them up, dude. Like he would even blasted like that. He was still like so good and a little bit sloppy, but at the same time, like you could tell he knows what he's doing. Drunk. Yeah.
Yo, he beheaded someone. That's wild. Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah. And all that's going down, and Dunk's kind of like, taking it all in, and he's with the girl, and he's trying to like, you can't do anything. She's dying, but he's just kind of like watching everything happen. It's just like a super like intense, sad moment with that.
Did he say I'm sorry when she was dying? Did he say the same shit when?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he says that a lot. He's always so guilty.
Yeah. And then
he's Canadian.
Yeah, it's polite. And so that's kind of like the important part there, because Arlen goes up to him and sees him there, and he says like, he's like, get up. And then that was kind of coming back and forth between the present and the past, the get up part, because while Dunk was like, basically dying and out of it, he was visualizing and seeing Sir Arlen, and then he was also hearing Egg say the same thing, the get up.
Yeah, it was like
get
Egg
up,
and his voice.
Yeah, so then he was like, get up, and then he like kind of snaps back into it and comes back to reality and everything. So yeah, just really well done. And everything worked so well for me. Like you were saying, Mitch, like at first, like when they cut away, I was like, oh no, like we're gonna take away from the action. That shit's only like 30 something minutes. Like we gotta.
I thought we were pushing it. I thought we were going to push the battle to the next episode. I'm like,
a lot of shows would. A lot of shows would. And especially that was, like you're saying, 30 minutes. It seemed like, shit, that's what they're doing. The finale is going to be the ending.
Yeah.
But now they brought it back to that dope-ass moment. So very happy they did that.
Yep. Yeah. And then the battle's over, obviously, like we said, like, you know, that he gets him to yield and everything's done. And then Dunk is like completely fucked up. And they go back, they're like back behind something, and is that when Baylor comes through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even in that moment, he still has like the respect for him to like, he's so fucked up, but he still like gets up and he like kneels and he's like tells him like thank you and everything. And Baylor's like, yeah, like we need good knights. Or good.
Yeah, man. And he's like, I'm yours. Like, oh, it's such a good moment.
Like fully commits. He's like, I'm under you. Like my life is yours, whatever. And you know, he basically says like, I'm gonna be a knight for you. And it's such a respectful thing. And then he's like, yeah, you know what, this is awesome. Like everything's feeling like good. And he takes off his helmet, and I guess like you see, you know, you can see in the back of his head is like basically caved in and fucked up and like fully open. And I guess the idea was like that he got bashed and the helmet was kind of keeping everything together.
Just holding his brains
the
together.
The pressure and everything. And then the second he took it off, he was kind of like, oh, my hands feel like wood and I feel weird.
You know what? That helmet fit him smaller because that armor was his son's armor.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then, you know, as we know, Baylor.
Like when he started saying like, my visor is cracked, I'm like, it's not really a visor. It's just an opening. Why are you talking like that? My fingers feel like wood. I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
It's Game of Thrones time. We're taking out the good character.
Yeah.
I compared it to like, this is our Ned Stark. He's the good, loyal, like popular character you think is one of the main characters. And then Game of Thrones is like, nah, the good guys don't win.
I saw something. I can't remember exactly what the quote was, but George R.R. Martin said that he wrote his death like that, like kind of early to kill him off, because he felt like it wouldn't make sense for the Targaryens to have their dynasty and have everything go the way it did if he was alive, because he wouldn't let it be what it was. Like, because he was such a good person, you know what I mean? And to have him be in the picture wouldn't have made sense for like all the shit that happens.
I agree.
Yeah, so he obviously, you know, his head's he's all his like back of his brain is like hanging out. He's all fucked up, and he dies, and
it's his brother that did it.
Yeah, and his own brother too. Shit. Yeah. And then there's obviously a moment with Dunk where he's, you know, distraught. I'm sorry. Yeah, and it's just so intense and so emotional.
All that guilt.
Yeah. And I think that's where it ends,
like, right after that.
Right there, right? Yeah, just right cuts the black there. Just honestly great. It was, I think, rated at the time, because things since then it's been fucking stupid bullshit, but it was a 9.9, which was.
Did it go down?
So yes, okay. So here's what happened, right? So it was 9.9, and then Breaking Bad fans, for some reason, they didn't like how close it was to one of the Breaking Bad episodes. I think was either a 10 or a 9.9 or something like that, and they decided, you know what? That's not cool. We don't want it to be too close. So they started review bombing the Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode to bring it down a few points. And then the Night of the Seven Kingdoms fans were like, okay, what the fuck? And then they went back and started review bombing that. So now everything's like a little lower just because they were like being petty. I know. Why would they?
They're so great in their own reasons.
I know. Yeah. At the end of the day, you can't
trust ratings anymore.
They can be manipulated. They can be, you know, it's
been like that for a long time, but still.
Yes. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, like, obviously we all can tell, like, we all know it was a great episode, and
yes,
and
30 minutes. Like, come on, that's so hard to do.
You know.
Yes. Okay, so then episode 6, the finale we just watched.
Depressing.
What'd you guys think? Yeah,
I liked it. It's what I expected. I didn't expect there was going to be some big fight or anything after. It's literally one of the best guys died, the one that everyone thought was going to be the next king, and a good king at that. So it went from everyone like hyped up seeing this hedge knight fight against the Targaryens, but then the one good Targaryen that was going to be the next king died. So now people are kind of like, Duncan, why'd you do all this?
Yeah.
Type shit, right?
Yeah.
What'd you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's just like you said, like just aftermath, kind of, you know, the fallout of everything to kind of wrap up the season, because obviously you needed something after that big battle to kind of like send it off. Definitely like not my favorite episode, to be honest. Like nothing really happens. It's kind of just slow and still good, but it's.
Do you want to go through it all? Do you want to go through the whole thing?
There's not too much to talk about. Like, you know, the key.
Yeah, because for me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying there's like key moments that we can touch on. But yeah, what do you think?
No, I have actually a question for you guys, because I was thinking, because I don't know how the production and everything was happening. Were they set for a season 2 after this season when they made it?
Yeah, I think so. I think they have their plan
the way they
already
made
set.
it's like it was almost the way they made it was kind of safe. Do you know what I mean? Like it felt safe.
Like they knew they were going to be doing a season 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
I took it as like it's finishing the chapter. The major plot of this chapter ended, and then the way it ended was like, we're ready for our next adventure. You know?
Yeah.
So I think it made sense. It was either that or we ended with the battle at the finale. We didn't see the aftermath, and then the next season, the first episode we've been waiting for is now the slow, you know, aftermath. So I like that it kind of finished the story, and then next time we see some other shit's going to be going on, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was clean.
Yeah. As far as like key points and moments, I guess not too much, but kind of just Dunk is going through and kind of, you know, I guess like what do you call it? Like saying his piece with people, and you know.
Yeah. It's like survivor's guilt. He's like, what's the reason that I'm survived in this one guy that was going to be a great king is now dead because of me.
Yeah.
So he's just thinking like, so what am I going to do now? What am I going to prove? How am I going to help the realm? And then another big like major point that they finally revealed is that he was never knighted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which it kind of led to that point, but I thought like maybe he would have got knighted like right before the death, but that just proved okay, he wasn't.
Yeah, but then Egg's dad is basically like, hey, you know what?
Makar.
I'll knight you. You can have, I think, what's he called? Stone. I forget exactly what he said.
Shit, I forget what it's called.
The place, but he's basically like, I'll give you this castle you can be a knight at, and you can squire, or you can have Egg be your squire, and it's still like
you teach him.
Yeah, like I'll have someone train you, and as that's happening, you'll train Egg. And he's like, yeah, you're a good knight, but you still have a lot to learn, which is true. He's still a novice. Yeah. Even though he's got the brute strength, there's still technical things that he needs to learn, obviously. Yeah. So he
like not get stabbed 1,000 times.
Yeah, like yeah.
Use your weapons.
Yeah.
And your shield.
Yeah. So did he decline it there? He said like, I don't want to do that.
He declined. I'm done with princes right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't think he needs to be part of this. He thinks everywhere he goes, people are going to die, and like he's going to get lucky. So he's just like done with it at that point.
Yeah. And then I can't really remember, was there anything too important until like the end part there?
Well, just him and Egg right after.
Yeah, Egg.
Oh yeah.
Egg comes
just
up.
like, you're not the knight I thought you would. I thought you get past
this. He was
this.
spying on them, listening, and he was like, I can't do it. Like I need to be done with this. I don't want you to come and like be part of this shit life I'm living. Like you have your own thing going on. But then at the end,
and then Egg's in his room.
Yeah.
And he sees his hair growing back. He sees the blonde, and he's just like, shit, I forgot I'm part of this awful family.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with them. Yeah.
Time to kill my fucking brother. Yeah. He's in bed right now.
And then I guess they never really like officially said like you're gonna squire or Egg's gonna squire for you. Like they were like, okay, deal's off. And Dunk is starting to go his own way, and then Egg comes out and he's like, yeah, my dad said I have to squire for you, and like we're gonna do this.
I remember Duncan came back and talked to Makar again, was like, listen, I'll do it, but it's got to be my way. He's going to be a hedge knight. He's going to see the people. He's going to travel, because your two sons that grew up in the castle, one's a drunk and one's a psychopath that thinks he's a dragon.
Oh yeah.
So let Egg come with me, and I'll teach him like how people are. Yeah. And I'll teach him the night way. But he was Makar's like, no, I'm not letting him live like a peasant. Plus, it's very unsafe. Like he could get stabbed, on the road. Like, what? You're a Targaryen? Where's your father? Stabbed.
Yeah. So then Egg is like basically like, fuck that, I'm going.
Yeah.
And
which you didn't know until the end. He said that. Oh yeah. My dad said I'm to follow you, and he's like, and they had that nice moment. They get on the horse. This is your horse. Don't touch my fucking horse. Type shit. And then you see at the end that the truth is, he's like, where the hell is Aegon?
Yeah, he's like, where'd he go?
Which I forgot. We call him Egg so much. I'm like, Aegon. Who the fuck is Aegon? Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then it wraps up there, and obviously we know that there's a second season coming, so it's not like I feel like, oh, that's it. Like that's such a like a weak finale, or we have to wait so long, because we all know like it's coming next year. Like they're already
That's
working
wild.
on it. That makes it work a lot better than if they were like, well, we'll see you whenever. We don't even know if we're getting a season 2 or anything. Like that certainty is
with the amount of shit that comes out these days. By the time it comes out, we're gonna feel like it just came out, like it just finished.
Yeah.
Where every other show, you're like, I forgot about that show. I gotta watch a recap of that season. This, I feel like, will still be in our heads.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's happening right now with House of the Dragon. Like the season 3 teaser trailer came out this last week.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch a recap.
It feels like there's not a lot of buzz for that. Like no one's, and I'm seeing a lot of people even in the comments being like, I would have cared if you didn't take so long, and if season 2 wasn't as I guess people weren't
Don't watch season 2.
They didn't. Yeah, people aren't super happy with the way that went.
I think it would have done great if it came out like, say it was the same time as this show. Like, okay, this is on Sundays, this is on Fridays. I feel like the hype, both shows would keep each other leveled really well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that maybe the way that this show is done and the buzz around it, will maybe carry itself into season 3 of House of the Dragon, because people are more excited about Game of Thrones right now, and maybe they'll be
this hype.
Yeah, kind of carry over into it. I'm not sure. I know that this next season of House of the Dragon is supposed to be pretty massive, though. It's finally like the big thing that everyone wanted from the books. And
the trailer did seem like that. It didn't seem like it was the last slow season. It seemed like, okay, now we're in the war.
Yes.
Everyone has a dragon. It's just ape shit right now.
I think the problem with last season is that they dragged it out a little too much, and people were like, we're finally at where people wanted to be last season, and it wasn't executed the best. It was a little messy, but overall I still enjoyed it. But
yeah, I still think it was a good show.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to see obviously how this season is executed. Hopefully they do it well, and it's every episode is a banger, because season 1 of House of the Dragon I think is like pretty much perfect in my opinion. Like I don't have any faults with it at all. So we'll see. That's in June, so we got a couple months, 3 months actually till then. But yeah, what do you guys think overall of House of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the first season here? You want to give it a rating, or you want to just give overall thoughts, or what are you thinking?
I have no complaints for it. Mm-hmm. So if I have no complaints for a show and it made me that excited each week like it was, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. Mitch, what do you think?
I'm at the same thing here. Like I also think it helped itself by being short.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I think it being short actually helped. They were able to take this story. I'm not a giant Game of Thrones fanatic, but like I don't know a ton of the story behind everything.
Yeah.
But for them to be able to take this story, which seemed pretty broad, put it into 6 30-minute episodes, there was no break. Do you know what I mean? There was no break time. There was no slow moments. Every minute had a meaning to it.
That's true.
Right? And they just did it completely well all the way through.
Also, like, people that weren't huge in the Game of Thrones, like they saw maybe some of it, but they liked it, but they didn't like continue it, was because Game of Thrones had like multiple storylines. It went like different directions each episode, and then it would finally come back. Where my brother, he personally didn't like Game of Thrones because of that, where he's texting me like every week about this show, because he's like, yeah, it's just one character. We're following his story. He's such a dope dude. Game of Thrones was a lot going on, and this was the shit. So, which I'm seeing a lot. Lots of people are loving it.
I think,
especially the guys.
I think it works really well for people, especially if they don't, like you said, like they're not like super into Game of Thrones because of how big it is. Like even House of the Dragon was kind of, it is kind of more focused, but still there is a lot of stuff going on, and it's kind of you need to know a lot more about Game of Thrones for that to make sense. A lot of that stuff, or at least be a fan of it. I think because it is structured very similarly. But this was similarly this was definitely a lot easier to digest. Like every minute counted, and
Yeah.
it was executed so well. Like right from the beginning, I remember just being like, yeah, like this first episode when I was watching it, like halfway through, I was like, this is something different. It's
Mhm.
fresh. It's what Game of Thrones fans, I feel like, really craved and wanted after,
Yeah.
a messy ending to Game of Thrones itself, and then House of the Dragon last episode or last season not really being super super strong. So I
Yep.
feel like Game of Thrones is fully back now, and there's a lot of new fans I think that can come into Game of Thrones from this, which I already know. I can in my own personal life. There's a few people that weren't super big on Game of Thrones, but they're really enjoying this. And now they're like, oh, I want to watch Game of Thrones now. I want to get into House of the Dragon. So all
Yeah.
around, I think it's a win. And I would also, I'm at a 10 as well. I really can't find any faults with it. I can't find any complaints. I think it's great.
That's the thing. I feel like, okay, maybe this isn't your type of show. You don't care for this, but if you like this and you've liked Game of Thrones, I think you're going to think this is amazing.
Yeah. 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 I'm just happy finally, Game of Thrones fans, we got something really across the board. Even casuals can't really hate on it. You know what I mean? Like it's just good stuff. So yeah, it's good.
I have a question. Do you guys know who's next to be king in the show?
No? Oh, did you had some? Yeah.
I assumed it was the brother, right? I did research.
Mhm.
He's sixth in line. So
Oh.
it's not even
How does that
him.
work?
And
be
Egg
the-
is now number 10.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
How many people have to die?
A lot.
Yeah, right?
First, it's
How many people have
Baelor's
to die for
son.
that?
Then it's their uncle. Then it's another one of Baelor's brothers. Then it's Rhaegal's son, which is Baelor's son. Like it's a whole list of all the family. But
Yeah.
Maekar, which I thought was number 2, is until 6. So a shitload of people have to die for him to even be king.
So who's supposed to be
And
next?
with this
then?
family, it makes sense. With this,
Mhm.
literally, you have Egg walking into a room with a knife, and he's about to kill his brother, and the dad just pats him on the back, like, "Oh, it's okay, son. It's okay that you tried to kill him."
He's
So
like-
all of his family
Matar-
could be dead in the next season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Matar is the guy that was talking to Duncan, like, "Hey, my father died. Like, why did you survive and he didn't?" He had the like
Oh,
silver
yeah,
hair.
yeah.
The one that
Yeah.
said like
Mhm.
most sons die in their father's armor, but he died in my armor. So
Right.
he's next in line.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just thought it was
He's-
interesting because I feel most people watching this are going to assume Maekar is next.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, just one thing before we're done with this,
Yeah.
Raymond, he's like the best friend ever.
Are you talking about
Even
like?
with the hug that went a little
younger
too
guy?
long, and Duncan's like, "All right, get off me."
Yeah.
But he's been a boy from the start, and that whole relationship made me happy.
Yeah,
and I
he-
like the fact that he has now the green apple.
Yeah.
He like split from his cousin.
He's kind of like the Sam to John's. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
like the good duo there. Yeah, I'm
also,
excited.
is that his son, Raymond's son? Because wasn't his wife, excuse my language, in Game of Thrones, a whore?
A whore?
Yes.
Trying
Yeah.
to make it classy.
Yeah.
Not whore. You
No,
know?
say it nicely, and it's polite.
Like,
Yeah.
didn't they just meet? And then she's like, "Oh,
No.
I have a son with,"
Yeah, I don't know if he knows.
or has
but
time passed?
You
I
can
don't
tell
know.
Duncan knows. He's like, okay. He's like, whatever.
I don't think he wants to ruin it. They look very happy, so he's just like,
He's like, okay,
"Whatever, you're my boy."
yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm for season 2. I think we'll be getting that around this time next year.
yeah.
And I don't know where this goes. I have no idea. I feel like it's gonna be a whole different vibe next season because like now it's just them together, basically being
Dude,
knights.
They said they want to do like 15 seasons of this.
Yeah, well, we'll see. The book's not that long. Like there's not that much unless they're expanding it and
No,
doing
it's
more.
a pretty short story.
Yeah, so we'll see. I know House of the Dragon
Is this like a
getting
Hobbit
4.
situation? You like the Hobbit where they took it's like one book, but you spread it into like
kind of.
like it's one small little book. They
Yeah.
made 3 movies. It didn't work out. Is this kind of the same thing? Not that I'm saying it's not going to work out.
No, but
So like, is a thing where it's like just a small book and we're going to make it big?
maybe. Yeah.
I think they want to show it go like their whole travels up to where Egg.
Sure.
I don't know if this is spoilers. So, anyways, I'll stop talking.
No, I know. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But either way, I'm excited. I'm down
Also,
for whatever they're gonna do.
I don't know if you guys caught, but what's his name? You know the drunk? What's his name? not Dunk. No, one of the sons. That's a Targaryen. He's a drunk.
Yeah.
Targaryen.
Yeah.
You know how he had the dream? He's like, I had a dream that a Targaryen dies or a dragon dies and falls on you. That was him falling on him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know, you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't catch that, but that's what he meant. So
cool.
I didn't.
Okay. Well, are we ready to move on? Do you guys want to do state of play stuff, or would you rather do Spider Noir first?
I know nothing about that, so that'd have to be you guys talking about it.
Let's do Spider Noir.
Okay, sure. I don't have honestly too much to say about it. Maybe you guys are not.
Just say what you liked. Did you like it or you didn't like it?
I feel like everyone right now is kind of into it, and I feel like I'm like a little bit of an outsider because honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I think the character itself is interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different take on it. I didn't mind him in like the Spider-Verse movies, like, you know what I mean? Like, he worked there, but as like a smaller character, I thought it was kind of like funny more than anything. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's interesting. It's silly. It's Nick Cage. But for them to do like a full show on it, I was already kind of skeptical about it. To be fair, it's not my favorite thing. And then the trailer came out, and to be fair, I watched the color version first, and that wasn't the best first impression. I think
I think that's what was a mistake.
I watched the color version first, and I was kind of like, this looks kind of campy and silly, and like, I don't know if I like Nick Cage being like Nick Cage in all the time. You know what I mean? And I was like, I thought there's some few things that looked interesting about it, but at the same time, I was like, it looks kind of, in my opinion, I guess, at least it looked kind of cheap and like a little like, what are we doing here? I don't know. The swinging at the end, I was like, eh. But what do you expect, right? It's a TV show. They're not going to have like a movie budget, so it's like I'm trying to like put that expectation aside and stop being harsh on it. And then I watched the trailer again in black and white, and I was like, okay, well, that helped it quite a bit. If we're gonna do it, we should do it in black and white and have it be like that noir style, because I think that really lends a lot to like the presentation of it. It kind of has like a horror vibe, even a little bit, kind of like a weird supernatural element to it. And I know
people are complaining about that, right?
About what?
I'm gonna watch it in color. I'm gonna watch it in black, and they're like fighting. It's like, just watch it how you want.
Yeah, who cares?
Like that was the point.
Yeah,
who cares?
I think they probably made it like they intended for it to be watched, and they shot it in a certain way to make it work a lot better for black and white. And then they were like, I don't know if that's going to work for everybody. So they're like, let's do a color version as well to appease people. Like, you can have whatever you want, which is interesting. They
did the same thing for MCU, the Werewolf.
What's it called?
I watched that in black, and I thought it was awesome. Then when I watched it in color, I got the same feeling you're saying, where it seemed a little campy and out of place.
Yeah.
It still looked good, but I think the black looked way better.
Yeah. I mean, I've had time to think about it and stuff, and I've watched the trailer back a few times, and I've, thought about it. I'm a little more open-minded to it now, but I'm not super excited for it or anything. We'll see. I'll go into it with an open mind. But at first, I was kind of like, nah, it didn't work for me. But what do you guys think?
Mitchell?
I'm just waiting for Sony to screw it up.
Yeah,
that's all I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for Sony to screw it up. Like I'm a little different maybe than you guys, but I really enjoyed it. I was actually like, this could be something really, really different.
Yeah,
I am a fan of Nick Cage, not because he's a great actor, but I just find him funny in everything that he does.
He's extra, as the kids say these days.
Yes. So, but like, there's a ton of stuff that they're throwing into it too, right? Like, it wasn't just Spider-Man kind of being this Spider Noir and stuff like that. I think they showed Electro, the guy on fire. I'm still confused on who that.
Forget his name, but he's cool. He looked cool.
But they're throwing like the kitchen sink at this, which could work. But like I said at the beginning, it is Sony, so it's not. I don't have giant hopes for this. And on top of this as well, is they have a lot of licensing problems with this too, right? Like the reason why it's called Spider Noir is because they can't call it Spider-Man Noir.
He's not Peter Parker either. Right? Did you notice that?
Okay, maybe that's why. Yeah, his name is Ben Riley.
Yeah.
They have so many things.
So that means he's not the one in the animated movies.
No. It's not from the multiverse.
If we see the Rubik's Cube, he is that guy.
I know.
Yes,
maybe he changed his name. Who knows?
I don't understand what the what the point is really of doing this, especially with like Nick Cage.
I
It's
know.
like there's moments of Nick Cage being Nick Cage, like, and I'm like, I don't, I'm like, I don't know, man.
But I don't think he was that much in this trailer.
I don't know.
I think there's like a few scenes.
Yeah.
How
but like
are they holding him back though?
Maybe,
Are they holding
or
it back
they were not
in the trailer?
we haven't seen it yet, right? Like there could be a lot in there that's like silly and like over the top, which honestly I'm kind of over it. I'm not that big fan of it. Long Legs was like, you know, I don't know if you guys have seen Long Legs.
Yeah.
Long Legs was kind of, in my opinion, not ruined by Nick Cage, but I think it was a miscast. It's like that was not
Instagram
scary.
ruined that for me.
It's being silly.
He was trying to do something that didn't set. Like
no,
it
wasn't
fit
scary.
In what he was doing.
The whole vibe of the movie feels so like, I don't know, like oppressive and like, you know, it's like, but then you have Nick Cage come and be like,
when I saw his face.
Yeah, I know. That's what
I didn't watch but I didn't watch the movie. So like by the time I was going to watch it, I seen a million clips on Instagram of it showing his face and him making these weird noises. And because I wasn't in the movie, it was very like, what the
But no,
this is goofy.
Trust me, in the movie, because they made a big deal. I'm not going to go too much about Long Legs. We're getting off track, but I just wanted to point out that my thing with Nick Cage is even the marketing was like making a big deal about not showing what Nick Cage really looked like. They were trying to build that up like, oh, like this is really crazy and scary and weird. And then it came out and we watched the movie like opening weekend or whatever. And when you finally see what Nick Cage looks like, we're all like, this is fucking goofy. It's like silly. Like the same thing you're thinking, it didn't work when we like actually saw the movie and saw his reveal. So I just want to say that Nick Cage, I feel like he works in certain roles, but he can be miscast. And I find that his like silly, over the top, like wacky style doesn't always land. And it's very like, you gotta be very specific with what you're doing with that. So when it comes to like a Spider-Man character, for me, I'm like, I don't know if I like that, but again, we'll see. I'm open-minded to it, so we'll see how they execute it.
In the trailer, do you guys think it's a spider bite or a military thing? Because I was trying to figure out the military plot thing where he like turned into like half a spider or whatever, or he into a monster or something.
Maybe they were like using spiders with venoms, like instead of like gas, they were using it as some type of weapon. I don't know. He got some weird power. Who knows?
Yeah,
it's all licensing problems.
Do you guys know like what the story is supposed to be for Spider-Man Noir? Like the
so
because I see he's like a detective or something, and then he's
a private investigator. So think of like Jessica Jones, right? But Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I personally really liked it. Not saying I'm gonna like the show, but the trailer got me like, oh, okay, I think this is worth a watch now.
Yeah.
I got vibes like it's like Spider-Man if he was a detective living in Gotham City. That's the vibe I got. And that's mainly because I watched the trailer in black. I didn't even bother in color. First, I didn't know that was a choice until the end of the trailer. So I thought it worked. I thought it seemed dark, gritty, with a little bit of goofiness, not as much as the animated movies where he's just making jokes and like, what is this, a Rubik's Cube? What's this color? Yeah. I thought it worked. And I think it's just something different than we've ever seen Spider-Man. And he's a grown man who, like, there's one scene where he's like, I beat the shit out of guys and then I got plastered. Like I got drunk at the bar. Like, I don't know. We'd never hear Peter Parker say that. He's like, oh, Uncle Ben, you know, so
it's definitely a different take. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know if it's going to fucking work for me. Like if it's going to, I don't know. We'll see.
And the swing, I didn't think looked that bad in black and white.
I think it looks stiff. I don't know.
I Googled the confirmed and teased villain. So you have Silvermane, who I think he's the mob boss that I think was the one with the picture that they were lighting on. They was like on fire, right? Okay. It was on fire. That's him. Who else do we got? We got Sandman, which I did see in that, Molten Man, which is
that's the guy on fire.
Yeah. Electro, Mr. Negative.
Ooh. See, okay, they're trying. They're putting in interesting characters, and they all seem to have powers.
Yeah, but is it going to feel like Temu versions of them? You know what I mean? Like,
could be.
That's what I'm worried about.
Dude, I grew up watching CW and The Flash and all those shows came out, so like, I can handle this shit. This is like way better.
I'm so
but I think that helps me for these type of things.
I couldn't do Flash.
No. I can't handle the CW like low budget B movie vibes of like superhero stuff.
If you love the characters when they first came out, you were able to watch the first season.
Nah.
If you didn't really care about those characters, yes, they were god awful and it got really bad. But I feel like it mentally trained to be like, I'm okay with this shit. It's a TV show. They have a budget. At least it's not as bad as CW. I think it works.
Well,
and it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, only
Very
one way
loved
to find
character.
out.
It's not a nobody.
Yeah,
So
we'll definitely be covering it. We'll watch it. Don't worry about that. But I'm gonna be honest. If I don't like it, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be. I'm not. I'm. You know.
negative.
He's already a hater.
Yeah.
Negative
No.
man.
I'm not gonna go into if it. I'm open mind. Okay.
No,
But-
we want the truth.
But I'm gonna go in a little bit skeptical. Is all I'm saying. Cautiously optimistic, I guess, is the word I would use.
Do we know? Sorry, just to throw this in. Do we know that this is like a 1-season thing?
No, I don't know.
Like, or
I'm gonna be
I don't
honest.
know-
I
I
feel
don't
like there's no
understand
way
this.
there's gonna be a season 2.
no, I don't think so either.
I don't know what
They're
they're even
literally just
planning.
like, hey, this character from this animated movie that did really well, but he's just a side character. Let's try, and we got this actor. Let's try and just make a show out of it. I don't think
I
they
love how
have
we're talking
plans
about
to
it's already
continue.
canceled. It hasn't even started
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. Oh, I mean, you never
Well,
know. It could be a hit.
I doubt it's
right?
cheap to make though.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a massive hit, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, we weren't even thinking about doing a season 2, but now we have to." Right? So
My thing is those movies were for kids, and that's part of why it did so well.
yeah,
So to bring it like a show and make it more grown, I think it's hard to get the same audience. It's only going to be people that truly love Spider-Man and Marvel stuff. So
we'll see.
I feel like
Yeah.
the kid audience is gone.
Yeah,
So it's going to
maybe.
be difficult for it to like do very well, but I think there's a chance it could kill it.
It does.
I was interested.
It does have a bit of an adult tone as well. It feels a
Yeah.
little bit more mature. So yeah, you're
I don't
right.
know if you guys watched the new Batman animated series that they made,
No,
Not the new
I
one.
haven't seen it.
where it's like back in the past a little bit. It's more old timey and
Yeah.
it's dark and
Yeah.
gritty. That's why I felt like this was like Spider-Man in Gotham City. It had the same feel to me.
Was that the actor, like the voice actor for Batman? Was that Jensen
Ackles?
who did that? I think that's what you're talking about, right? He voices Batman
I
in
think
that.
so. I know he for sure voiced was it Red Hood in one of the movies, and he did
That was
play
back a
Batman
little
in some of the animated movies,
okay.
but he might have been it. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, you know, I'm just
When's
saying
Brand
that's
New Day
interesting.
coming out?
July.
That's
July.
and so we've gotten trailers for Doomsday, but nothing for Brand New Day, right?
No, yeah.
Just the leak stuff, but
I wouldn't
yeah.
even call those trailers. They're like marketing teasers. They're not going to be like, I don't know.
Well, now we're seeing like backpacks and stuff with like some of the characters in
Oh,
the background.
yeah, there's so much
but it's
leaks.
like it's just give us a trailer.
I know. At this
This
point, we
Super
already
Bowl
know
was
what's
so
going to happen.
depressing.
Yeah, I know. Super Bowl was so lame, but
It's all I would watch it for is for these superhero trailers. Now
I
we
mean, I
got
don't even
jack
watch
shit.
the game. I just wait until the trailers come online, and you know that day you're gonna expecting some stuff. But
I heard it was shit anyways, the game, right, Mitch?
I don't
It
even
was
know.
boring.
Halftime show was a
Okay, we
banger,
don't
though,
cover
right?
that shit.
Okay. Well, I guess
Did
we'll
you want
just.
to talk about the games?
Yeah. I don't have. Again, there's not too much to say right now about the state of play, but there are a few games that announced that I was like actually kind of excited about. I just want to like bring up. Mitch, you have any like big highlights from the state of play you want to?
It's just another thing for Resident Evil for me. Like it's now we're confirmed that we're going back to Raccoon City and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's all been confirmed. The only complaint I'm gonna throw in this, like with Resident Evil 9, is nothing to do with the game. I don't know what it is with the trailer. So do you know how Leon comes in the Porsche?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Porsche. The advertisements for the car and for like they're selling limited edition watches.
Yeah.
I know it's Capcom, so it's like they try and suck the money out of everything they possibly can. I don't know. For me, I was just getting frustrated on that. There was almost like a marketing thing for half of these trailers for Resident Evil.
Yeah, I know. I kind of.
Where you're like the product should be the
Like-
game and the game only.
Yeah.
Well, no, I love Capcom because I'm a big Street Fighter fan. But it's just like for this age, I was just getting frustrated because like the close-ups on the Porsche, well, it pulls up and stuff, and then there's an advertisement in between sometimes for the actual car or for these limited edition watches that were. I can't remember the price, but they're
expensive,
unaffordable for myself.
They're like $2,000. Yeah. But I think like I didn't even think they needed to do a trailer for Resident Evil there. It didn't add anything. That one that they revealed.
Other than Raccoon, like he showed up, right?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong? Was that before?
No, we knew that, and it was basically just like a little bit more gameplay or footage.
Like he entered it though.
Yeah. Well,
that was that.
I don't know. I don't know if that was revealed or anything, but maybe you're right.
Nothing else beside those games?
No, I have
that game?
I have a few.
There's a few, yeah.
I just thought Resident Evil 9 didn't necessarily need a trailer at the state of play. It felt like they just put one out. And then if anything, I was like, okay, maybe they're going to do like a demo announcement or something, but they didn't. So it was like, what was the point of that? Anyway, I do have a few. I was excited about they announced a new Silent Hill game that takes place in like
yeah.
it's like, 'cause, you know, like obviously the Silent Hill 2 remake was came out a couple years ago, and then they had the Japanese Silent Hill F, which came out a few months ago, I think.
Last year.
Yeah. I haven't played it yet, but I saw people were kind of mixed on that one. Well, I'll have to see when I play for myself, but this one looks very interesting. It's like a Fisher Town or something like that. It's
not Silent Hill.
It is Silent Hill, but it's the same kind of version of like the Japanese, like it kind of like, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it works. It's not Silent Hill, but it's the same like, you know, weird universe or void or whatever it is that they go into. So but it's like a more modern version of it that takes place with a brand new character, and it's in a Fisher Town, and the vibes are very more so aligned with like the original Silent Hill. Which is interesting to me, so I'm excited for that. There's not too much to really go off about that. It's just the announcement, and they showed a little trailer for it, which I'm interested in. They announced a John Wick fighting game, which is very similar to I don't know if you guys have played Sifu or you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Oh, it's like that.
It's kind of like that. If people are saying like it's a lot. It's like
did it show gameplay and stuff, or was it just
a little bit. It's like
shit,
you know,
I gotta watch
cinematic gameplay, but it's still, you get to see kind of what the vibes are like, and it did look a lot like the fighting style or like the pace of Sifu, but it's like Keanu and it's John Wick. It's like fully from the game. It's not like a ripoff. It's not like a game version of him. It's John Wick. So that could be really interesting.
That's gonna get me then.
Yeah, I want to see how that goes. And
you better be able to kill someone with a pencil. I swear to God. You gonna throw that in the game?
No, there's gotta be,
There's gotta be, right?
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how that plays out, but I am interested.
We're gonna have to see a dog die against shit.
And yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. I was thinking maybe that's a prequel to the movies. Like it's like in his prime when he's just kind of doing his thing, and that's when this. That's, so that would also. But
I do think if they show us like a dog scene that like, or you start and you get to like pick a dog. Like, oh, your wife left you a dog, but like in the game, it lets you choose a dog. You name it, you connect it for like an hour, and then the next scene is like this Russian comes in and just blasts your dog. I'm gonna finish this game in a night because I want to kill everyone. I think that would work. Anyways, that'd be cool. Okay, I'm pumped for that.
Hold on, I'm just trying to find. I want to refresh my memory here. They showed
any Wolverine stuff.
No, they showed more of the 007 game, which I'm interested in as well. Yeah, it looks like just like a fun action adventure game similar to like the Indiana Jones game that just came out recently and last year I think, and I liked that one. And then I think the big one, I don't want to forget anything before I move on to it. They announced some like new Metal Gear Solid stuff if anyone's interested in that. I'm not the biggest fan of Metal Gear Solid, so it didn't do much for me, but yeah.
God of War?
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, there's nothing else. So the big thing,
God of War, you said?
God of War. So what they're doing is, they're not remastering, they're remaking the original God of War trilogy, the hack and slash, the Greek era stuff. They haven't really given details on like what the gameplay is supposed to be like because it is a remake, so it's not going to be just over the top. Well, actually, we don't know, but people are assuming that they're making it. The same gameplay style as the new games,
which I'm seeing people aren't happy about.
Yeah, again, we don't know. They haven't really given information, but like they're fully
people
remaking
think that because it's not remastered, they're remaking it, so they think that they're gonna just completely change the fighting style. Which apparently that's what I never played the original games.
Yeah,
I love the new ones, but like same problem you guys say, like it's repetitive. It's not as fun. You guys didn't like, right?
I'm not the biggest fan of God of War, no.
Yeah, and I never played the originals.
The first one, the originals, I played all of them at my friend's house, Travis. I remember playing at his house when I was a kid.
Did you like the gameplay? It was fun?
Yeah, I loved the gameplay. But I haven't played that game in 10 years, like 15 years. Like I don't even know how long ago that was.
Well, they're
That's
hack
why I
and
think
slash
remaking would be
games.
cool.
They're not.
Yeah, but like I don't remember playing it. But if you were to bring it back in the same, like I don't know, how many people have played this game? It's been out for how long? The originals,
Yeah,
1 to 3. How long have they been out?
Yeah, it's been like PlayStation 2. When did they
2.
first 2, right? Yeah, PlayStation 2, PlayStation
Yeah.
3. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like deeply attached to God of War or anything like that. I do think like the new style of gameplay and the cinematics, like the acting and all of that is like, I'm not gonna act like it's not good. Like it's very well done. It's like smooth, it's solid,
I
and
love it.
the acting and the story is super well made. But it's not like my favorite thing ever. That's all I gotta say about that. But I'm not opposed to them doing the remake in that style. Also because then I don't really have a deep attachment to the original trilogy and the way that game felt or anything like that. But they are bringing back the original voice actor for it, and it's early production now. They basically just announced that they're doing it, so we don't really know what the vibe's gonna be.
Video game. It'll be 2028, 2029 before that even comes out.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna try it for sure.
Did you? I know you said there was nothing else in there, and I know you guys probably don't care. Did you see the trailer for Marvel Tokon?
I did. Yeah,
That didn't do it. Didn't do anything for you.
Not really. No. Were you interested?
I've been waiting for like a year.
Oh, okay.
Like for this to come out. Like I'm so pumped until this trailer came out, and I know probably no one that watches this even cares. But like the characters that they brought in, did you see who they were?
I don't remember. Well,
I don't know who they are either. I know Magic.
Okay.
Like because I was so pumped because we've been waiting for all these fighting characters. Right? It's a fighting
Magic
game
the girl with the sword.
Yeah. Which is
yeah,
fine.
the mutant. Yeah, okay.
But this is supposed to be the X-Men, and I can't even remember the last character. It was called Danger, right? So Danger is the X-Men's combat room. But what's the name of that again? The Danger Room?
I think it is just called.
I think it's just Danger Room.
Yeah.
And so it's now a robot, and now like I don't even understand. So to me, like, I've been waiting for this. Yeah, kinda. I don't know where it's going, but this is like a Japanese-made fighting game. That's Marvel. I know.
I wonder why you're interested in that. That's weird.
Because I just play fighting games all the time now.
But a Japanese-made fighting game.
Oh,
okay. So sarcasm. Okay. As soon as he put down his head. But like, I've been excited for it. It's a 4v4 fighting game, right? Yeah. So you get to control 4 characters at a time.
I mean, I'm down to play it if you're getting it. Like, I'm down for a vibe like that.
I'm getting it, even though I still don't even know, like, there's still a ton of characters that need to be released and stuff like that. But,
okay.
Well, and it's a little different play style than a 1v1.
When's the release date?
August, I think. August 6th.
Okay. So a little bit away.
Those games I struggled to get into because I like the Arkham games. What's the one that it's not a Marvel character, but I think it's called Infamous.
Injustice.
Have you guys ever? It's
Injustice.
No, Infamous. No, not Injustice. It's a whole. You never played this game with this guy's shaved head. He has electricity powers.
Infamous from PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is
I'm saying those type of styles of superhero games
okay.
are the ones I like. These arcadey games,
okay.
I can't get into.
Okay.
It doesn't feel fun to me. I feel like the powers are not shown well. So I don't fuck with it at all.
Are you just talking about Injustice?
Do you like Injustice? No, he's talking about superhero games.
No, I don't like any arcadey fighting style games.
Okay, so you don't like Injustice. You don't like Injustice either.
No, I like the comic. I don't like even they made an Invincible game like that where it's the same arcade.
Yeah, that comes out
like
soon.
you're just button smashing. You're like either jumping in the air, you're kicking them on the ground if you don't know how to play properly.
Oh, you're making me so mad.
For that.
You don't like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, that kind of thing.
I played it for a week and then I'm like, all right, now what?
I mean,
that's your fill. Yeah,
I can get that.
For me, it's more like I didn't like the games until you start playing online, right? And then you have to go through getting your ass kicked for a couple of hours until you figure everything out. And that's when I started getting into fighting games. Is when you get into actual competitive fighting.
That's usually when my hand goes through a wall, but yeah.
Yeah.
I get the appeal, but I'm like, we're at this time and age, like, why are we making games like that still? Why did we stop making games like Arkham? Okay, we have the Spider-Man games and now the Wolverine, but even those ones are starting to stop caring. Like the last Spider-Man game, just didn't seem like they did much different, and the story was meh. I don't know. I guess I'm
Wasn't
just
good as the first.
I just want to go back to the Arkham type of games where it's good story, good gameplay, play, and also like you had to use your brain a little bit too, like
Well,
with the detective stuff.
yeah, you'll get that in the Lego version, I guess. Kind of. It's basically like an
Kind
Arkham
of.
game, but it's Lego. We were just talking about that. Yeah.
That's why I'm like into it, because it seems, yeah, like you were saying, it's goofier because it's a kid, it's more kiddie,
Explain
and
it
it's
to
Lego.
me, because
But
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything for the.
Oh,
I heard it was about the 3 movies, right?
it's everything basically a Batman.
yeah, just think of like every other Lego game, but this one they're making the gameplay more like Arkham games. Like the fighting looks like
Like open
legit
world kind of.
Honestly, the whole gameplay just looks like Arkham and like a Lego skin. Really.
in a Lego form.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So people are
So it
excited
feels like
about it.
something different, but it also goes back to what everyone loved.
Yeah.
And if you're a Batman fan, seeing all the different types of Batmans and stuff from the movies, it's exciting. But like Edwin's saying, it's nothing grown and like new.
Yeah, I was you were talking about it earlier, and like it's just I can't get past like the childish aspect and like the fighting and like everything of that when it comes to Lego games, because it's like even like the Lego Star Wars stuff, like I think it looks cool and it's like a cool idea and it's like a lot of stuff that I'd be interested in, but I just can't get past like the silliness. I can't get past the Lego vibe of it. The gameplay feels kind of basic to me. It's more
Sure.
made for kids. So I don't know. Maybe if it's like on sale, I'll pick it up or something, or it comes to Game Pass, something like that. I'll give it a try. But I'm not like rushing to spend like $100 on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
I like Lego, like for all their games, like the Star
Yeah.
Wars, Lord of the Rings, even Indiana Jones. I think Indiana Jones could be my favorite Lego game that they came out with.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Where
Is
you have
there
to
one
kinda
that's
look past it.
considered like the best, or are they all pretty much the same? Just depends on what your cup of
There's
tea
so
is.
many.
There's like
now.
a million different versions. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do they feel any different? Because I haven't played them all. Like,
They're
are they
all-
all the same feel?
They're all pretty
Usually they just
similar.
rehash a story from a movie.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that just kind of what they do?
Like-
But then they add
unless
in
it's
humor.
Marvel,
The-
yeah.
Yeah.
The new I think it's called Skywalker Saga or something. This Lego Star Wars game that came out like last
Yeah.
year or the year before. That one felt a little different. They added a little bit more to it. They kind of made it more modernized.
More
Mhm.
full.
But people still have problems with this, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the biggest. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know too much about Lego, but anyway, yeah. That's all basically for the state of play stuff. I just wanted to kind of talk about some of the announcements and what I'm excited about, and we'll see. But
And Resident Evil's this week.
I was just to say, Resident Evil is this week. We're only a few days away, and
Let's go.
it's the first time in a
I'm
long
being
time
fake,
that
I
I've
don't
been
care.
like, I felt like, well, if I do, I feel like a little,
I know.
I feel like a little kid again, where I'm like counting down the days, and like the day before, I'm gonna feel like jitters and like,
I'm excited for you guys
was
because
so
that's a good
hyped.
feeling.
No.
yeah. I was thinking maybe I would record some gameplay and stuff, and maybe we'll have like an episode where I can kind of like, or Mitchell will be playing it as well, so we can kind of like,
Yep.
give our review of it, or a mini review, or a review in progress, something like that for Resident Evil. I think that'd be fun. But yeah. What do you got for us, Trevor? We're gonna wrap it up
Do we
here.
have time for it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it's another because Doomsday is coming. I got a question kind of related to that.
Okay.
And it's kind of like two questions. So the question is Kang or Doom? And the second question is kind of like, do you prefer the buildup of a villain, like how they had Thanos and what they were
Oh.
trying to do with Kang? Or are you fine with the next movie? All of a sudden, we have the biggest bad. There was no like, maybe they teased it barely, but there wasn't like after credits talking about them, this big buildup of this big bad. It's just like, okay, now we're switching to Doom after they canceled Kang.
Yeah.
Like, would you guys have preferred they continued the Kang thing? Forget all the politics and whatever happened outside and the court shit, whatever.
Yeah.
If they were going to continue, would you have been excited for that more than Doom? Because at least that had a build up.
You
I'm
go
just
first,
curious
man.
what you guys think.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
If you don't want to go first, I'll go first.
No, go ahead.
For me, I prefer. See, with Thanos, it worked so well with the build-up.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And the other thing too is we already started, because I'm still confused on even what phase we're on anymore. I don't even know where we are in
6?
this whole thing. Sure.
Yeah.
And it's the Thanos thing worked well for me. I
Mhm.
enjoyed the build up and everything like that. But because they put Doom right into Fantastic Four, at the end where the after credit is, you kind of already put him in the story, right?
Yep.
And if you want to go with Kang, they didn't have a build up really. When you think about it, he was in Ant-Man and everything like that. So it's like, to me, he was already kind of, and he was in Loki. So it's like there wasn't the same mystery build up
not as much as Thanos for sure. Yeah.
No, they went a different way with it. And I know people maybe like it or maybe not like it. I would have rather had the thing where it's like, Doom is coming or Kang is coming, and they make it kind of a secret thing. But I also, in my opinion, I don't think Kang is, and I'm not talking about the movies, just from comics. I don't see him being a big bad. Like, I see him more of like an Age of Ultron, more like a Loki thing where you can put him in many times to be a problem in these movies. But I would really much prefer to have Doom as the big bad over Kang. Okay. I'm actually kind of happy the way it came out. Not the whole thing that happened outside of everything, but like, I'd rather Doctor Doom.
I'm so conflicted with that. Edwin, you say your piece.
No, I pretty much
thinking
fully on board with what Mitchell's saying. Like, I think Doctor Doom is a way more interesting villain than Kang.
Yeah.
Even in the comics, I'm not that I know a lot about Kang, or I'm not gonna act like he's like my favorite character, or like I'm like super educated on him or whatever. But during all that build up, when Kang was like the next big thing, and they were kind of setting him up with Loki and Ant-Man and all that, it didn't work. I wasn't feeling it. I was like, and it was kind of adding to my like superhero fatigue era of me kind of losing interest in Marvel, because I was like, after all of this, now we're doing Kang. Like, that's what we're doing. And like the way they were setting him up, like separate from the comics, even though I think the comics character is not super interesting as well, from what I was learning about it, I was like, okay, whatever. It wasn't working. And the whole thing with Jonathan Majors kind of like, and Disney having, a falling out, that wasn't why it didn't work. Like, it was already kind of doomed. Wow. From this nice. In my opinion, I think it was like kind of a blessing in disguise that didn't work out, because I don't think they would have been able to make an Avengers movie have so much impact and excitement and hype if we were going into it with knowing that Kang was the big bad. It wasn't working. And I think I do have an issue kind of with the way that it's like two problems with the way they did it, because they said they were setting up Kang and then it didn't work out, and they were like, okay, we gotta fucking quickly revert, and then we got Doctor Doom now, but it's like, I wish they just started with that and they set Doctor Doom up properly, because now we're going into Doomsday and we don't even know anything about it. Forth, yeah, we're doing RDJ, which is like, I'm very concerned about. I don't know how the hell that's gonna work or what their plan is with that. It could be super, super weird and not make any sense, and
it could be messy.
It's definitely, that's what I'm nervous about. Yeah, and so we'll see. I mean, but obviously, I think Doctor Doom is a much more interesting choice to have an Avengers level threat over Kang. So I'm glad that we don't have Kang anymore, but I'm also kind of upset that they did it this way. And now that we're going into Doomsday, literally seeing we don't even know what he looks like fully, or why he's doing anything, or what's happening, or why he's the RDJ. So it does feel very rushed, even though it's been like 6 years since Endgame ended, and this whole phase is built up to basically we were just spinning their wheels doing nothing until now. So it's like, we'll see how that works. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I think.
I'm like split, because I do like the buildup of a character, and I did like the mystery. At the time, it made sense to me, because we were still like deep into the multiverse stuff, and that's a big thing on Kang, where there's multiple versions of him.
Yeah.
There's one that's the Conqueror. There's one that, like in Ant-Man, they did ruin the hype because he was this big bad. He like said he killed Avengers, but then he dies by an ant. But then you realize that wasn't the Conqueror version of him. So and then you see at the end, there's a shitload of them were coming. It wasn't my favorite, but I like that they actually had a plan and a goal.
Yeah.
That being said, Doom is a way more favored character that people enjoy. I think he's way cooler also.
He's also just more popular too. Like, casuals, like if you want to bring people into a theater, you say Doctor Doom's in it. Exactly, right?
Even if they don't know much about him, they know who he is.
Safer choice, yeah.
But it was just the whole like, you had that build up, and I personally liked Loki, and I thought the mysterious stuff about that show like worked really well.
Yeah.
Even though like maybe it wasn't the best, like people didn't love it, but I thought for what it was working well. I liked the character, and then they just cancel it all, and now they're like Doom's gonna be the big bad. And I'm like, that's cool, but there's no build up.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm like, you know what? It's Doom. It's gonna be sick. I'm pumped. And then Robert Downey Jr. comes out, and I'm just like,
it's like we can't have anything.
You guys just panicked.
Yeah.
You had a plan. It got destroyed, and you're like, okay, there's Magneto's been done, Ultron's been done, like all the big bads have been done, and they're just like, okay, how can we make people actually excited about this? Let's bring back the guy that was MCU that just died in the best way he could have died. That was so hype.
It's so baffling.
It just seemed like it's a slap in the face. All that build up, there's no consequences. He's back. Now even Captain America's back. Like all this shit that just happened just brought everyone back. And that buildup of like our favorite characters finally ending their story in such a good way is just ruined to me.
Yeah.
Not saying that they can fix it and make it exciting again. I just think it's very lazy.
Yeah.
And I prefer, if they were going to do this, just do Doom from the start. But like obviously they can't tell what was going to happen. So I'm still disappointed about it all. But I do agree. I think Doom is the better choice. I just hate how they're going about it.
Yeah, we're all on the same page, I guess, then. I just feel like...
I just think it's not going to be Doom. The whole time they're going to be like, Tony.
Like, why would they tie Doom into...
I'm Doom, motherfuckers.
That's what I mean. Like, why would they tie Doom into... Unless they're... The only way I can see this working is if they're doing some bullshit where Doom is, like, taking on the form. Switch? Yes. Where RDJ is just the placeholder basically for who the real Doom is. You know what I mean? Like he's using RDJ's likeness or Tony's likeness as a way to manipulate things or, you know, whatever. That's the only way I could be like happy with that. But even then it's like kind of feels like a fucking bullshit bait and switch, like from Marvel themselves being like, hey guys, you guys want to find out what happens and why we cast RDJ? Well, then you got to come to the theater and find out. But it's like, we were going to go see it if you put Doctor Doom in there. No, you didn't have to bait us with RDJ. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like it has almost a negative effect than what they were going for. Like, that's not exciting.
If it was a new actor that we don't even know about and he just like aura farmed and just acted so well, I would have been like, he's sick. But now the whole time I'm going to hear Iron Man, even if he puts on a accent, I'm going to be like, that's Robert Downey Jr. I love you 3000.
We'll see how it goes. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work.
So after this movie is done, you have Secret Wars. I know you have Secret Wars.
And then it's
what is the plan after that?
From what people have been saying, like rumors or I guess what insiders have been reporting on is that after Secret Wars, they're going to basically use Secret Wars as a way to like soft reboot the whole MCU. And then after that, it's going to be like basically the whole MCU is a different thing. All the multiverse stuff is over. It's all combined as Secret Wars in the comics. That's how it works.
That I'm excited for.
1 year after,
I am so done with multiverse.
Yes. Yeah. That's what the plan is, at least. And so basically after Secret Wars, there's no more multiverse bullshit. Everything is going to be mixed into one combined universe. So there'll be different versions of characters. There'll be different characters, period. And then I think after that, it's kind of focused all on mutant stuff for at least a little bit. I think that whole phase after that is going to be mutants. They're going to reboot the X-Men.
So
they're going to reboot
MCU. Is going to turn into like X-Men 97 live action.
Kinda.
Which I'm fine with, but it's just.
But I'm fine with because I don't know how they're going to do the big world scale again. Without the multiverse, and then also like you have to re-love these new characters, and they're not going to reuse all the same characters.
I think what it's going to feel like is how the DCU is being set up right now, where it's like everything's already established, and you're just like, it's not what you think. Like we're not doing origin stories to everything. It's just like, here's what it is. Everyone plays with each other. Everyone knows each other. And that's what the MCU is basically going to turn into after Secret Wars, when they just kind of combine everything. And they're like, here's the new MCU. Here's the new universe. We can kind of do whatever the fuck we want now. Everyone can interact. We don't have to set everything up. It just is what it is. I think that's what they're going for, but we'll see.
They need to make amazing characters and writing, and they have to focus on that because now all the popular characters are going to be gone.
Yeah.
There's going to be new actors.
Or there'll be new versions of them.
So to get casuals into it, I don't know how it's going to work. If it's like X-Men 97 where they actually make like a good story and they just forget about all the superhero shit, they just try and make something good, it could work. But it's going to take a while for it to get to how the MCU was.
I feel like it's very possible that Secret Wars is kind of like the unofficial end of the MCU. Like they're obviously going to try, but I feel like unless they do it very specifically the way that, you know, I don't know, not that makes sense, but it has to be done kind of, it's a touchy thing. It's a hard thing to pull off. And if they don't pull it off right off the rip after they do Secret Wars, the MCU might not recover from that. And it might just be like one big blowout with Secret Wars. And then after that, we'll see.
Yeah, man, we'll see. Still excited, but not as to the level as I once was growing up with this stuff.
Yeah.
DC has taken the turn, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I mean, we're due any day now for a brand new Day trailer. We're due any day now for a Doomsday trailer. I think
it's next month. They said it's coming.
Okay.
Which we're actually going to react to when it comes out.
Yeah, whenever it drops.
For the big trailers.
Yeah. I guess anything that's really major like that, we'll do reactions to as well. Like, we won't save the whole thing for a weekly podcast. It'll be like a classic kind of reaction to the trailer. And then obviously we'll have like a full breakdown and discussion on a weekly thing. So, yeah. And, I'm trying to think for the next few weeks here, we don't have too much going on. I know in March a bunch of stuff starts up. We have Invincible starting up. We have Daredevil as well. I think is in March, pretty soon.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
We got a few things going on that we will be covering on the channel, and just looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for us today. That's episode 3. Thanks for watching, listening, wherever you are. We'll have this also on Spotify if you want to do it that way. And I guess that's it. So, thanks for now, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Peace.